Similarly, another important thing is the hemolytic disease of the newborn. Hemolytic disease of the newborn, it is also called as the erythroblastosis fetalis. In hemolytic disease of newborn, mother is Rh negative while fetus is Rh positive. This Rh negative mother and Rh positive fetus in mother and the fetus there occur the seepage of the blood. For example, the maternal blood, sorry, the fetal blood, it seeps through the placenta and enters the mother. The fetus is Rh positive, mother is Rh negative. So the Rh positive blood mixes with the Rh negative blood of the maternal circulation, resulting in the production of the antibodies. And those antibodies, they then enter back from the maternal circulation to the fetal circulation. So this will not cause any severe defect in the first child, but in the next pregnancy, in the second pregnancy, mother, she is already immunized, she already contains the Rh positive antibodies, and if the fetus, he or she is again Rh positive, the maternal antibodies will enter the fetal circulation and start destroying the Rh positive of the fetus, and this will result in the severe hemolysis and can result in the intrauterine death of the patient, and this is called as hemolytic disease of the newborn, or the erythroblastosis fetalis. If there is some sort of incidence in the or some sort of happening in the first pregnancy, the mother is usually immunized by giving anti-D immunoglobulins immediately after the birth of the first baby, and that anti-D will start destroying the Rh positive antibodies that are present in the mother, so that the next fetus or the next baby in the second and third pregnancy, he or she can be saved from the drastic effect of these Rh positive antibodies. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज टॉलरेंस. टॉलरेंस अगर आम अल्फाज में हम देखें तो किसी चीज़ को बर्दाश्त करना. कोई आपको कुछ भी कहता रहे तो उसको बर्दाश्त करना, उसको रिस्पॉन्स ना देना. सो इट इज़, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट the immunology, tolerance is the immunologic unresponsiveness. It is the unresponsiveness of immune system to some specific antigen, and usually the unresponsiveness, the immunologic unresponsiveness to the to some specific antigen, they are usually the self antigens. जो हमारे जिस्म के अपने एंटीजन्स हैं, उनके अगेंस्ट हमारा इम्यून फंक्शन वो आम तौर पे काम नहीं करता. आवर इम्यून फंक्शन इज अनरिस्पॉन्सिव, is tolerant to the self antigen, while there are few non self antigen also against which our immune system that is tolerant. So हमारा immune system हमारे जिस्म के अपने antigens को बर्दाश्त करता है, उनके against कोई काम नहीं करता. Our immune system is unresponsive to the self antigen and few non self antigen also. So this is the brief concept and the brief definition of the tolerance. If we talk about a bit detail of this tolerance, uh, this tolerance, it involves the T cell reaction, the T cells and the B cells. And if we talk about the T cell, you people have studied all these terms in the previous lectures of immunology, the clonal deletion, the negative selection, इसके अलावा क्लोनल एनर्जी क्या है, फिर ऑटो इम्यून रेगुलेटर जीन का क्या काम है, ये सारा कुछ हमने पिछले लेक्चर में पढ़ा हुआ है. जस्ट अ ब्रीफ ओवरव्यू कर लेते हैं. व्हाट इज़ colonal deletion? Colonal deletion, which is also a form of the negative selection, which involves killing of the various type of the T cells that react against the self antigen. So those T cells which react against the self antigen, they are destroyed, they are removed from the circulation, they are removed from the body, and this is called as clonal deletion or the negative selection. Similarly, autoimmune regulator gene, that is very important. In this autoimmune regulator gene, it is responsible for the presentation of all the self antigen during the developmental phase to the immune system. अगर कोई antigen miss हो गया during maturation phase, during developmental phase, and that antigen has not been presented to the immune system later in the life. immune system हमारा तो उस antigen के against tolerant नहीं है, तो later in the life at some point our immune system can destroy that self antigen, can destroy our retina, can destroy our lens, or can destroy any other system, can destroy the blood vessel or the endothelium. So it is important that this autoimmune regulator gene, it present all the antigens to the immune system during the developmental and the maturation phase. So there is two type of the T cell tolerance. One is the central tolerance and the second one is the peripheral tolerance. Tolerance that is acquired in the thymus, that is a very important immune gland related to to the T cells, that is called as the central tolerance, while the type of the tolerance that is acquired outside the thymus gland, outside this important gland, that is called as the peripheral tolerance. Another important term is the clonal energy. Clonal energy, it describes the self-reactive T cells that are not activated because proper co-stimulation does not occur. So this is the reason. This is the reason that this antigen, the T cells, they are not reactive against the self antigen, because the co-stimulatory signal that is missing. The co-stimulatory signal that is missing, and the T cell, they react against the foreign antigen because the co-stimulatory signal arrives, and the sense of the clonal energy that finishes, and the T cell, it start performing its function against the self antigen. While if we talk against the foreign antigen, while if we talk about the self antigen, there is clonal energy against the self antigen. The co-stimulatory signal is not present, so T cell, they do not perform their function against the self antigens. If we talk about the B cell tolerance, the clonal deletion, that is the same, the clonal energy that is the same as for the T cells. Receptor editing का मैंने आपको बताया था, few different light chains are produced. Few different light chains are produced. उसकी वजह से क्या होता है कि उसकी एंटीजन बाइंडिंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ जाती है, एंटीजन को बाइंड करने की इसकी सलाहियत ज़्यादा अच्छी हो जाती है, एंड दिस होल प्रोसेस is called as receptor editing, and this is particularly true for the B cell that results in the formation of the plasma cells. How tolerance is induced in the body, किस तरह हम tolerance को induce कर सकते हैं? There are four mechanisms, they are written here. One is immunogenic maturity. Second one is the structure and the dose of the antigen, then the cross-reacting antigen, and various immunosuppressive drugs that may also cause in the induction of the tolerance. The immunogenic maturity of the host, that is very important. For example, neonates, they usually they are immunologically immature, and they do not respond to the foreign antigen that well. If we talk about the dose and the structure of the antigen, very simple molecule, they induce the tolerance more readily as compared to the complex molecules. Similarly, those molecules having very high or very low dose of the antigen, they may result in the tolerance instead of the immune response. Similarly, some antigen, they cross react with each other. Again, these cross reacting antigen, they can result in the induction of the tolerance. Few immunosuppressive drugs, they can also enhance the tolerance, they can also induce the tolerance. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the last lecture of immunology, and in this lecture we will cover few small topics that we come across routinely in our life, so they need some attention. First of all, let's have a brief discussion about the ABO blood grouping system. You people have studied the ABO blood grouping system in the physiology in third year MBBS. If we talk about the type A blood group, remember before discussing any blood group, remember there are antigens and there are antibodies, or these antigen and antibodies, they are present on different blood groups. For example, if we talk about the type A blood group, it contains the surface of the type A blood group, the surface of the RBCs of type A person, they contain A antigen, and the plasma, it contain the B antibody. While if we talk about the type B blood group, it contain the RBCs, they are coated with the type B antigens, while the plasma antibody, they are type A in nature. If we talk about the type AB blood group, it means both A and B antigens, they are present on the surface of the RBCs, while no antibody is present in the plasma. If we talk about the type O blood group, no antigen is present on the surface of the RBCs or the red blood cells, while the plasma, it contains both type A and type B antibody. So this was a brief overview of the ABO blood grouping system. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक इज़ द ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज़. ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज़ मेडिसिन में हम पढ़ते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा कॉमन है, स्पेशली इन द फीमेल. द ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज़ दे आर क्वाइट कॉमन. फोर्थ ईयर MBBS में सिस्टम वाइज आप काफ़ी सारी ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज़ पढ़ेंगे, सो यू शुड नो ब्रीफली देयर मैकेनिज्म एंड द वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ द ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज़. What happens in autoimmune disease? Remember हमने पहले बात की है टॉलरेंस की, कि हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम हमारे अपने सेल्स के अगेंस्ट, हमारे अपने एंटीजन्स के अगेंस्ट अनरिस्पॉन्सिवनेस शो करता है. बट अल्लाह ना करे अगर हमारे इम्यून सिस्टम की वो अनरिस्पॉन्सिवनेस ख़त्म हो जाए, हमारी टॉलरेंस, हमारे इम्यून सिस्टम की टॉलरेंस ख़त्म हो जाए, क्या होगा? Our T cells will be activated, co-stimulatory signal will arrive, and our immune system will start performing its function against our self antigen. मेरा अपना इम्यून सिस्टम मेरे वास्कुलर एंडोथीलियल सेल्स को डिस्ट्रॉय करना शुरू कर देगा, मेरे लेंस को हो सकता है डिस्ट्रॉय करना शुरू कर दे, मेरे किडनी बेसमेंट मेम्ब्रेन को डिस्ट्रॉय करना शुरू कर दे. So all these are the examples of autoimmune disease. So tolerance is lost, the immunologic unresponsiveness to self antigen is lost. As a result, various body cells, they are destroyed, and various diseases they are produced, and these diseases, they are collectively termed as autoimmune diseases. इसमें अगर देखा जाए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट स्टेप क्या है, अगर सिंगल इम्पोर्टेंट स्टेप, if I ask a single important step that leads to the production of the antibodies, sorry, autoimmune disease, that is the activation of the self reactive helper T cells. These self reactive helper T cells, they can either induce the cell mediated or the antibody mediated autoimmune reaction. And again अगर देखा जाए helper T cells के subsets जो हैं, the T helper 1 cells, T helper 2 cells, they are mainly involved in production of these autoimmune responses. टाइप ऑफ द इम्यून रिस्पॉन्स अगर हम देखें उसमें एक तो आ जाता है एंटीबॉडीज, दे कैन बी फॉर्म्ड अगेंस्ट द वेरियस रिसेप्टर एंटीबॉडीज, दे कैन बी फॉर्म्ड अगेंस्ट द सेल कंपोनेंट्स. एंड the third important form of the autoimmune disease, they comprises of those diseases which are cell mediated. So briefly speaking, we group the autoimmune diseases in these three major groups. In few diseases, the antibodies, they are formed against the receptors. In few diseases, in fact, in a major proportion of the disease, the antibodies, they are formed to various cell component. And uh, another small group that represent those autoimmune diseases in which are cell mediated. Uh, the pathogenesis of these autoimmune diseases. One very important factor related to autoimmune disease is the genetic factor and its association with the human leukocyte antigen, especially the class 2 genes of the human leukocyte antigen. इसकी बड़ी important example है rheumatoid arthritis की. Rheumatoid arthritis is usually present in those individuals who carry HLA-DR4 gene. Similarly, ankylosing spondylitis की बड़ी important example है. Ankylosing spondylitis that is present in those people who carry HLA-B27 जीन. HLA-B27 जीन की इसके अलावा एनकाइलोजिंग स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस के अलावा और एक दो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट इसकी कंडीशंस हैं विच आर एसोसिएटेड विद दिस HLA-B27 जीन. उनके बीच में एक तो एनकाइलोजिंग स्पॉन्डिलाइटिस हो गया, इसके अलावा सोरियाटिक आर्थराइटिस इसमें आ जाता है. That is a very important condition that is associated with psoriasis. So genetic factors, they are usually very important, and they are associated with the class 2 HLA genes. इसके अलावा सेकंड इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ द हार्मोनल फैक्टर. एंड हार्मोनल फैक्टर का की अगर हम बात करें, हार्मोनल फैक्टर इसलिए ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज 90% ऑफ द ऑटो इम्यून डिजीज दे अकर इन द वुमेन. इसकी कोई ऐसा अगर देखा जाए तो कोई ख़ास एक्सप्लेनेशन हमारे पास मौजूद नहीं है, लेकिन एक सिंगल पॉइंट है, a very important point is the production of the estrogen that is produced more in the woman as compared to the male. So this explains ke females they are more prone to develop autoimmune diseases. And so hormonal factor, these female hormonal factors, they are usually involved in causing these autoimmune diseases, although there is no clear explanation for this hormonal factor resulting in more autoimmune diseases in the females. Few environmental factors, they are very important, they are also present. One very important example of various environmental factor is an organism that is called as Streptococcus pyogenes. Pediatrics की rotation पे आप लोग जाएंगे तो you people will see a number of cases of the rheumatic fever, and this Streptococcus pyogenes, वैसे तो ये upper respiratory tract infection cause करता है, but this can also lead to production of the rheumatic fever. इसके अलावा अगर हम देखें कुछ और ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, कुछ वायरसेस हैं which can also cause these autoimmune diseases. अगर तो हम देखें how the Streptococcus pyogenes it causes how it causes the rheumatic fever, or some other organism like chlamydia or campylobacter, how they cause the Guillain-Barré syndrome. There is a very important phenomena of the molecular mimicry. For example, अगर Streptococcus pyogenes की तरफ हम ध्यान दें तो M प्रोटीन होता है Streptococcus pyogenes में, that क्रॉस रिएक्ट विद द कार्डियक मायोसाइट्स, और उसके अगेंस्ट हमारा हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम इट स्टार्ट प्रोड्यूसिंग immune responses. Our immune system does not differentiate between the M protein of the Streptococcus pyogenes and the cardiac myocyte, and in few cases, so the cardiac myocyte they are start destroying, and ultimately it will result in the production of the this rheumatic fever or the rheumatic heart disease. These environmental factors, they are important, but on a whole, presence of some genetic predisposition, and that is necessary. Some genetic factors, they are necessary. Alone these environmental factors, I don't think so that they are sufficient enough to cause the autoimmune diseases. These are the various mechanisms of how the autoimmune diseases they are produced. One very important is molecular mimicry. Molecular mimicry में जो मैंने पहले मिसाल दी है आपको जैसे Streptococcus pyogenes की, इसके अलावा if I talk about the Campylobacter jejuni which may cause the Guillain-Barré syndrome, basically सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट एग्जाम्पल अगर आपको आए लिखने के लिए तो यू शुड गिव द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दिस M protein of the Streptococcus pyogenes and the myosin of the cardiac myocyte. That is important. Antibodies against the certain M protein, they cross react with the cardiac myosin or the cardiac myocyte, leading to the heart damage. That is seen in the rheumatic fever. So पहले भी मैंने आपको सेम एग्जाम्पल दिया है, so और अब भी मैं सेम ही एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ मॉलिकुलर माइमिक्री में. Second important mechanism, that is the alteration of the normal protein. Various drugs, for example, procainamide may cause the systemic lupus erythematosus. That is an important example of this these autoimmune diseases. These drugs, they bind to the normal body protein and make them immunogenic. Normal body protein which were initially self antigen, body recognize करता था उनको self antigen, इम्यून सिस्टम टॉलरेंट था. कुछ ड्रग्स आई हैं, उन्होंने बाइंड किया उन सेल्फ एंटीजन को, एंड नाउ दे आर रिकग्नाइज्ड एज फॉरेन एंटीजन, एंड आवर इम्यून सिस्टम विल स्टार्ट प्रोड्यूसिंग एंटीबॉडीज. सिमिलरली वेरियस सीक्वेस्टर्ड एंटीजन, उसके लिए मैंने, आपने शायद नोट किया हो, मैंने बार बार एक मिसाल दी है लेंस की. 2-3 दफ़ा मैंने जिक्र किया है लेंस ऑफ द आई. So these are called as the lens nervous system, uveal tract of the eye. These are called as immunologically privileged sites. These are कुछ जैसे हमारे माशरे में कुछ प्रिविलेज साइट्स, कुछ प्रिविलेज लोग हैं, सिमिलरली दीज साइट्स दे आर प्रिविलेज साइट्स. They are not exposed to the immune system. जब वो सारा कुछ मैचुरेशन हो रही है या फर्दर डेवलपमेंट हो रही है. सो once, if God forbids there occur an injury and these antigen they are accidentally exposed to the into the circulation, it will result in the immune response. If God forbid, if there occurs some injury to the eye and a part of the lens that get detached and enters the circulation, और हमारा immune system तो कभी उसको expose ही नहीं हुआ, तो that will be treated as foreign antigen और उसके अगेंस्ट एंटीबॉडीज प्रोड्यूस होना शुरू हो जाएंगी. सो रिलीज ऑफ sequestered antigen, a very important example of the mechanism that may result in the autoimmune disease. Epitope spreading is the term that is used to describe similar, it is a bit similar to this sequestered antigen. uh, it describes the exposure of the sequestered autoantigen as a result of damage to the cell that is caused by the viral infection. उसमें तो मैंने वैसे जिक्र किया कि कोई इंजरी हो गई आई की, लेकिन एपिटोप स्प्रेडिंग में क्या है कि सम वायरस में cause the injury. For example, multiple sclerosis like disease was formed with some infection of the brain uh, and the spinal cord, and these diseases they were seen in the few animals. So नंबर 3 एंड नंबर 4 दे आर सेम. नंबर 3 में क्या है कि वैसे कोई इंजरी हो रही है, कोई ट्रॉमा हो रहा है, वाइल इन एपिटोप स्प्रेडिंग सम वायरस दैट इज इन्वॉल्व. फिफ्थ इंपॉर्टेंट कॉज इज द फेलियर ऑफ द रेगुलेटरी टी सेल्स. सप्रेसर टी सेल्स का जिक्र किया था हमने बहुत पहले स्टार्ट में इम्यून सिस्टम के. These regulatory T cells they regulate the function of the T cells. They try to inhibit the cells after they have performed their function. But agar there is an absence of the regulatory T cell, they do not perform their function. The function of the helper T cells, the cytotoxic T cell, it can go unchecked and they can perform. They result in the formation of various autoimmune diseases. These are the various examples of autoimmune diseases. अब उनको आप याद कर रहे हैं. इनमें से कुछ important examples हैं like myasthenia gravis, that is very important. Myasthenia gravis, Graves disease, or diabetes mellitus, the insulin resistant diabetes mellitus. These are very important. सिमिलरली रूमेटिक फीवर का मैं आपको बार बार जिक्र कर रहा हूँ. 4th ईयर में आप पैथोलॉजी में काफ़ी डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. पीडियाट्रिक्स में यू विल स्टडी इन डिटेल. सिमिलरली ल्यूपस एरिथेमेटोसिस, सिस्टेमिक ल्यूपस एरिथेमेटोसिस, मेडिसिन में काफ़ी डिटेल आप लोग इसकी पढ़ लेंगे. पेम्फिगस की 2-3 टाइप्स हैं. यू पीपल विल स्टडी इन स्किन इन नेक्स्ट ईयर, दैट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट. ग्लोमेरुलोनेफ्राइटिस, अ वेरी वास्ट टॉपिक. Again you people will study in medicine, in pathology in quite detail. IgA nephropathy आ जाती है. Then Goodpasture syndrome, hemolytic anemias, a wide term. Again they are due to they are the form of the autoimmune diseases. Similarly, one very important disease that is also my research topic, that is the celiac disease. That is a cell mediated form of the autoimmune disease. Celiac disease आप लोग 4th ईयर में पढ़ेंगे, मैं ही पढ़ाऊंगा इंशाल्लाह ताला GIT में. So these are the various examples of the autoimmune diseases. Immunodeficiency states. Basically अगर हम बात करें what is immunodeficiency, तो these are those states, those diseases in which our immune system that is not working properly. Immune system they involve B cell, T cell, the complement, the phagocytes. So these ये भी हो सकता है कि इनमें से कोई एक कंपोनेंट अपना काम नहीं ठीक कर रहा, हो सकता है 2 कंपोनेंट अपना काम ठीक नहीं कर रहा, हो सकता है कि पूरा का पूरा इम्यून सिस्टम ही अपना काम ठीक नहीं कर रहा. So if there is defect at any of these level, they may result in the immunodeficiency disorders. If we talk about the B cell deficiencies, just remember the name, they are important. If we talk about the B cell deficiency disorder, one very important example is X-linked hypogamma globulinemia, जिसमें मैंने आपको बताया था there was a deficiency of enzyme called as Bruton kinase. So this is an important example of the B cell deficiency disorder. Similarly, T cell deficiency disorder की बात करें तो Di-George syndrome, that is very important. It is also called as catch-22 syndrome. डाइजॉर्ज सिंड्रोम के अलावा सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जांपल इसमें अगर देखें तो दैट इज इंटरल्यूकिन 12 रिसेप्टर डेफिशिएंसी. ऑल्दो दे आर क्वाइट रेयर, बट you people should know about the various disorder and the cells or the component of the immune system that is deficient in these disorder. So just remember the names under the subheadings, so that you people may be able to pick up the answer if they come in the MCQs. कंबाइंड एफिशिएंसी डिसऑर्डर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. कंबाइंड एफिशिएंसी डिसऑर्डर दे इन्वॉल्व बोथ द डेफिशिएंसीज ऑफ द टी सेल्स एंड द बी सेल्स. SCID, that is also called as severe combined immunodeficiency disease, and it you people will study in detail in the 4th year MBBS. Similarly, Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome, it is also an immune disorder. 4th year में आप पढ़ लोगे. और इसके अलावा एटेक्सिया, टेलेंजेक्टेजिया, मेडिसन में आप लोग यू पीपल विल स्टडी इन डिटेल अबाउट दिस टेलेंजेक्टेटिक एटेक्सिया. So these three diseases, they involve the deficiency of both the T cells and the B cells. Few diseases they can occur due to deficiency of the complement system. Paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria, one very important disease. PNH गलती से PHL लिखा गया है. हेरिडिटरी एंजियोडीमा आपने पढ़ा था कॉम्प्लीमेंट सिस्टम में के साथ ही. हेरिडिटरी एंजियोडीमा, रिकरेंट इन्फेक्शंस का भी उधर ही जिक्र आया था, और कुछ ऑटोइम्यून और फ्यू ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज का भी कॉम्प्लीमेंट डेफिशिएंसीज के साथ जिक्र आया था. मैक्रोफेज डेफिशिएंसी में अगर सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट देखी जाए तो chronic granulomatous disease, CGD, chronic granulomatous disease. I don't know why it is called as chronic granulomatous disease, because अगर देखा जाए असूलन देखा जाए तो granulomatous disease or the granulomatous inflammation, that is always chronic in nature. There is no acute form of the granulomatous disease or granulomatous disorder. Similarly, Chidik-Higashi syndrome, पीडियाट्रिक्स में आप लोग पढ़ेंगे इंशाल्लाह ताला. थोड़ी बहुत डिटेल इसकी आ जाएगी आपको पीडियाट्रिक्स में. दैट इज़ another important disorder, immunodeficiency disorder, in which the phagocytes or the macrophages, they do not perform their function quite well. So this was immunology for you people for 3rd year and the MBBS and the 2nd year BDS. I hope you people must have understood the various disorders of immune system, the various important things that were related to the immune system, the various types of the immune cells. This was the last lecture of the immune system. I will meet 3rd year MBBS in the next year when they will be promoted to 4th year MBBS class. So a zero interaction with you people this year. Hopefully in the next year when the university will open, when we will take over this pandemic, inshallah ta'ala, we'll resume our activities live in the lecture hall. Till then, take care, Allah Hafiz, and be prepared for the exam. Assalamu alaikum.